Okay, what is going on, LBHT crew? B, what is going on?
It's still very cold.
It's still very cold.
Very, very cold. I would like to finish this and grab a couple blankets. So let's just keep it moving.
Let me tell you how cold it is. Me and my guy Musa, we decided we're gonna tough the elements and walk to lunch the other day, right? And we got out there and we're like, man, this ain't bad. This ain't bad. The wind, because where we work, it's like a wind vortex. Like the buildings, just channel all the wind into us, and it wasn't windy, and the sun was out. I was like, oh man, it might be like 50 degrees. It was 33 degrees.
Yeah.
It was 33 degrees, and I felt like it was spring is here. That's how cold it's been here, and that's the warmest it's been all week. Yeah. That moment when we went to grab some lunch real quick, and the wind stopped blowing, and the sun was out, and it felt like a 55-degree day. And it was just 33 degrees.
That's terrible. We did get a Cash App from my guy Noah. Thank you very much, Noah. He says, "Happy LBHT Day, everybody."
That's what I'm talking about. Noah, you get one of these. Probably in about a week or so, I'm going to adjust this, and it'll play on my screen automatically. Hopefully, we'll get that worked out. But appreciate that. If you want to be awesome like Noah and have the microphone man do the park height strut, that's what he's supposed to be doing. Park height strut, Cash App, $LBHT Show is how you do that. All right. And I'll start putting the Stream Elements link back up there as well. That's another way, or Streamlabs link back up there. That's another way you can get that. But also super chats are welcome. Okay. As a little disclaimer that me and Hendo been putting out there, YouTube likes to take 30% of our super chat. So if you're gonna make a large donation, Cash App, $LBHT Show is how you do that. All right. Listen, y'all, it is Wednesday. Happy Wednesday. Hope your week is going well, but if not, hopefully it gets better starting right now. We are streaming live on YouTube, Facebook, and Twitch. So wherever you're watching us, make sure you hit that like button, follow, subscribe, all that good stuff. If you're listening to the audio form of this, we like to put this out on Thursday at lunchtime. So we hope you're enjoying your lunch break. Make sure you leave a 5-star review. All right, who do we have here? Who do we have? Rainmaker, what is going on? Says Jose. Just remember, positive amnesia. Rainmaker said it. We kept on saying it was we're giving credit to somebody else, Rainmaker. I'm sorry. I thought it was Grails that said it. It was Rainmaker that said it. We're trying to figure out who said it the other day. Yes, positive amnesia. We're describing Tyler Loop. Okay, people, I don't want anybody saying anything negative about Tyler Loop. As far as I'm concerned, the slate is wiped clean. All right. He made a kick for change. Add that to your list there, Rainmaker. Positive amnesia and kick for change. Okay, that's what he did. He's welcome back here. Nothing but positive vibes for Tyler Loop next year. Okay. Who else we have in here? Alpat2301 says, let's give Tez a chance and Bateman chance. Jefferson quit on his team. AJ Brown quit on his team. While come here. Definite for me. We got Bateman for that. Jefferson never quit on his team. What are you talking about? AJ Brown won a Super Bowl for his team. What are you talking about? How did they quit on their teams? You know who quit? You know who quit on their team? Bateman quit on his team. Right? Like, you only give me 200 yards in a season? Give him a chance? He had his chance.
Yeah.
No, thank you.
The two that you said quit, both are coming off 1,000-yard seasons.
Yes. So, respectfully, I disagree with that. But thank you for coming through. An Unkind Ravens fan salute says, what's up, y'all? Jettas or AJ Brown would be nice. And listen. We're going to be talking Jettas. We're going to be talking AJ Brown. We're going to talk about Trey Hendrickson. That's the other guy in the thumbnail that you see. Look, who do you like? That's what we want to know. Like, we're going to tell you who you should like, but tell us who you like in there. All right. This is the off season. This is where you throw your ideas out there. This is where, we give our wish list, and we'll see what the organization does. Dr. Kush, salute. Thanks for coming through. Carmelo, thanks for coming through. Says, Jose, anything positive for the team? I'm for. Right now, just a wish list. Yep, there you go. Just a wish list. That's all we're doing. This is speculation season right now. All right. All we can do is speculate on what the team could do, what they might do, what we want them to do. Right. And, this gives them ideas. They will never admit, a professional team will never admit that they listen to the fans, that they listen to YouTubers. Right. They'll never admit it out loud. But they do. They're human beings.
I don't know why they admit they use Madden.
Right. They listen to some of these people on Twitter, some of these draft Twitter analysts.
Mm-hmm.
They admit that they listen to us when they want to take shots at us. Right? They hear us. They hear us. So put your suggestions out there. Who else are we having here? Just Aloe. Salute. Says, what up, LBHT crew? It's a sad day for me. Thanks to the Epstein files, I'm no longer the only Black person who knows what Goyim means.
Thank you, Just Aloe. It's ridiculous.
Thank you, Just Aloe. Appreciate that.
We did get another cash app. This one from Tracy says, thank you guys for all you do. We appreciate it. Thank you, Tracy. We appreciate you.
We appreciate you, Tracy, and you get one of these. Thank you very much, Tracy. Really appreciate you. Suge's in the house. What's going on, Suge? Thanks for coming through.
What's up, Suge?
Twitch. All right. Listen, he's the Twitch warrior over there. Okay, he's holding it down over there. He's keeping that account active. Addict salute. So Coach sent me, kind of. Salute to Coach. All right. Yeah, Coach just did a stream. I appreciate that. That he sends his chat over here. Really appreciate that because we all work together and we support each other. Coach has been a big supporter of this channel.
Yes.
Urban, same thing. Coach sent him over. Salute. Thanks for coming through. Bo knows says, "What's up? What's up with you, Bo?
What's up, Bo?
Appreciate you coming through." Marlande, you were here earlier. Says, "What's up? Hey, what's up with you? Appreciate you coming through." Killers in the house says, "Hola, Jose, and mucho gusto, Brodny."
Nice to meet you, Cam.
And there's Coach. This Coach sent us. Hey,
what's up, Coach?
What's going on, Coach? Appreciate you. Blair's in the house. Says Coach sent us. Yes. Paradox. Yes, Coach sent you. P Brownie. Coach sent you. Hey, Jay the Six. Appreciate it. Shelly.
I appreciate Coach, but it's kind of hurting my feelings a little bit. Y'all wouldn't come on your own?
I mean, yeah, they came through, but that's just letting them know that, hey, we just finished watching Coach's stream and now we're here watching your stream. Yes. I love it. Because Coach does it the right way, right? He sends y'all over here. Well, when we give him a heads up, sometimes we don't give him anything to work with, but he lets you know when we give him a heads up. That way you don't wander these YouTube streets and you end down the wrong street. Okay.
That's a fact, because YouTube will not let you out.
Right.
You take a wrong turn on YouTube, it's going to be years before we see you again.
Yeah, right.
and you will not be the same person you were when you made that turn.
Shelly Shell, thanks for coming through. Darlene Harris, thanks for coming through. Bazel, Coach sent them as well. Salute, Bazel. Appreciate you. Bazel is one, and shout out to Bazel, man. I like to give him shout outs every now and then, man, because he's one of the biggest supporters of our community, and I really appreciate it, Bazel. Salute to you. All right. Baseball lifestyle, salute. Because, yeah, Flock, Coach, you came from Coach's stream. That's what's up. Ty Riggs, salute. Pay the bills. There you go. And Coach's stream. Appreciate it. Free what man, Noah? Which man we talking about? Bateman, Tez? Which one? I love Tez Walker. And before any of you, I just want to say it right now, before any of you try to get on the Tez Walker train, this man right here was the first. He was the first person to say Tez Walker is gonna be a baller. Tez Walker is a person that you need to be focused on. This man, the Panthers fan, called it before anybody else.
Well, I don't know about before anybody else. I'd say he's going to have his breakout this year. And only John Harbaugh could prevent that from happening because he was balling.
Yeah. Coach liked Tez Walker too. I remember Coach saying he liked Tez Walker. Yes. But that was it. Coach says, anybody got smoke with Loop, got smoke with me.
Yeah.
Coach, I don't know why anybody would have any problems with that young man. I don't even remember what he did wrong.
He's a Baltimore hero.
I don't. Yeah. All I know is that, I don't remember any missed field goal. I remember that, we lost the game. Don't remember how that happened. The details were kind of hazy to me. I know we got a new coaching staff, and it's all good. So that's a positive amnesia that Rainmaker is talking about.
And we did get another cash app. It's not from Cedric. Thank you very much. It just says for YouTube. So I don't know if I cut off there, but thank you. Appreciate that.
Thank you. That's for you. And put your comment in the chat box if there's something that you wanted to say and it just got cut off. It's all good. All right. Who else we got in here? Man, y'all really, it's already over 100 people in here. When we give these shout outs, we say what's up to everybody. It usually starts out with like 30 people. Yeah. It doesn't hit 100 this fast, but y'all ready. Big Cuz, Joseph. Who else we got in here? Game Too Easy. I see you. SV Cam, salute. I got Bo Nose, Point, salute. Voorhees. You guys are so disrespectful. Look at that. What is that?
It's your starting lifeguard this year.
This is what we said the other day. When you love somebody, when we first get somebody in here, you protect them at all costs. And the minute you turn sour on them,
I want you to exit this guy off the premises, and I want you to exit him off his feet and use his head to open the f***ing door.
Sir, you're going to have to leave.
Leave me alone! You're kidding me!
Sure enough.
That's you guys. The minute you're done with them, you chew them up and you spit them out, okay? Marcus Fraser, salute. Thanks for coming through. Big Boy Steve, salute. Who else we got in here? Julian, salute. Fat Boy Kai, hey, what's going on? Slim Smith, salute. King of Demise, salute. All right. If I missed you, Stretch, what's going on, Stretch? I see you. Jada 6, I got you. Damon, I see you. I think I got everybody. If not, my bad. Just keep commenting, and I'm sure I'll catch your comment at some point. All right. All right. So listen, the Ravens are still putting together coaching staff. I like what they're doing so far. We'll talk about that. We'll talk about some moves that they could make. We'll talk about, look, there is a game. There's one more game left. The Super Bowl. So we'll preview that a little bit. And we have some other stories. We got a lawsuit going on. You got all kinds of things going on. So we're going to get right to it. But first, we like to start every show with a Black History fact. And B and Akole have a Black History fact for you.
This week on the LBHT Black History Fact, Stephanie St. Clair's life was defined by intelligence, strategy, and an unshakable refusal to be intimidated. Born in the French Caribbean, likely Guadeloupe, around 1897, she immigrated to New York in the early 1910s and quickly proved herself to be far more than the era expected of a black immigrant woman. By the 1920s, she had built a powerful numbers banking operation in Harlem, creating jobs and circulating wealth within a community that mainstream financial institutions routinely excluded. Her business success made her influential, but it was her willingness to confront corruption and exploitation that cemented her reputation. St. Clair used her platform to educate Harlem residents about their legal rights, expose police misconduct, and challenge the city's discriminatory systems. Her most famous battle came when Dutch Schultz, a white mobster-backed by Tammany Hall and organized crime, attempted to seize control of Harlem's numbers trade. While many others folded under threats and violence, St. Clair fought back publicly and strategically. She filed complaints, documented every act of intimidation, and even sent Schultz a pointed telegram after he was shot in 1935. In her signature mix of boldness and precision, she wrote, "As ye sow, so shall ye reap." It was a final reminder that she had survived his campaign against her without ever bowing to him. After Schultz's death, St. Clair gradually stepped away from the numbers business and shifted her focus towards civic engagement. She supported voter education, advocated for black economic independence, and continued speaking out against injustice. Her later years were quieter, but her influence endured long after her death in 1969. Today, Stephanie St. Clair stands as a symbol of Harlem's resilience. A woman who wielded economic power, community loyalty, and fearless truth-telling to protect her people at a time when few others could.
Salute to the Black History Fact.
And thank you to Bazel for sending that in. I appreciate you, bro.
Yes, thank you, Bazel. All right, man, you guys you're ready to go. And Mun, what's going on? Thanks for coming through. I see you. You guys are ready. You're ready to get into it. All right. A couple of things. Let's bring this first. You want to start with let's start with Trey Hendrickson. Let's bring up the Trey Hendrickson one, Delio. Let's start there. But just right out the gate. Let's just get to it.
Bleacher Report names the Ravens as their predicted landing spot for Bengals edge defender Trey Hendrickson in free agency. The Ravens will be looking to make a splash in free agency to open the post-John Harbaugh era. He would be a massive upgrade on the edge in Charm City.
Okay, so, that doesn't mean anything. That's just their opinion.
Yeah.
It doesn't mean much, but it's a talking point, right? Mm-hmm. We're talking about we need an edge rusher. Trey Hendrickson, we actually had a debate with Add to Pop this morning. I want to get your take on this because these are all excellent edge rushers we're talking about here. Okay, so it's not a slight to anybody, but Attitude Pop, he was looking for that smoke. Okay, and I brought up the fact that, hey, if you're going to really go after edge rusher, if you guys really wanted an edge rusher, if you're going to pound the table for an edge rusher, why weren't we doing that last year when Michael Parsons was available? And Attitude Pop said, bro, don't disrespect Max Crosby. He's better than both of them.
No. Michael Parsons also, why weren't you doing that when Brian Burns was available? Right.
Well, listen. Somebody in the comment, backed him up and said, "Hey, there is an argument to be made for Max Crosby." He says Max Crosby is better. He's a better run defender, and he's just as capable in pass rushing. Which that part's not true. Michael Parsons gets to the quarterback at a higher rate. I would say a much higher rate. He's played a lot less games, and he has 2 less sacks than Max Crosby right now.
Yeah, Max is not the player that Micah is, and that's okay. He's a great player in his own right, but also you have to take the age into consideration as well, particularly when it comes to Trey Hendrickson, who's on the wrong side of 30. And now I'm not going to say that the Bengals not wanting to extend him is an indictment of him because they're the Cincinnati Bengals. It's an indictment of them. But
hold on a second, B. No, baseball lifestyle. I confused you guys a little bit. Parsons is now available. I was just saying, this was an argument that we had earlier this morning, where somebody was comparing Max Crosby to Michael Parsons and also Trey Hendrickson, because we brought Trey Hendrickson in the mix, and that's what I was going to get to next before we got into should we get him or anything like that. Do you think Max Crosby is better than Trey Hendrickson?
Yeah.
Okay. Okay. And I think that's debatable too.
I think he's better than Trey. I think that I don't know, man. There's nothing to back this up in terms of his actual play numbers or anything like that. But I just get bad vibes from Trey Hendrickson. I get the vibes of the next team that gives him a big contract is going to end up regretting it. I think that you're going to be buying the decline on Trey Hendrickson.
Okay,
that's what I think. So if I'm Baltimore, I mean, if I'm anybody, if I'm Carolina, because Carolina's in the market for an edge rusher too, I would try to stay away from Trey Hendrickson. I mean, if you don't get Max Crosby, if you kind of strike out in free agency and you're not in position to draft one of the top edges, I mean, it's obviously not a terrible move, and it's just a feeling that I have. But
yeah.
I wouldn't be thrilled with going after Trey in free agency.
Okay. All right. Well, yes. Like if we do all the things that we are supposed to do, and it's a long list of things, all right, including fixing the O-line, getting a top tier wide receiver, and we still have money to bring in somebody like Trey Hendrickson. Cool. Right. But edge rusher, that is lower on the list of needs. It is a need. It's lower on the list of needs. We need an interior D lineman before we need an edge rusher.
Yeah.
Right. So, yeah, that's a luxury move. Hendrickson is still in line to make to get a pretty nice contract. So I don't think that's in the cards. Right.
Yeah, he's going to be I mean, they gave him, I believe it was $30 million this year. He's going to be looking to make more than that, I'm sure. And I would kind of stay away. I would stay away.
Because says he would pay a lot of money for Max, but not Parsons. We don't get against Parsons.
Well, they be hating on Parsons,
man. Devin Lloyd or Max Crosby need to be with the Panthers. That's what Jay says. Okay. All right. Okay. All right. So that's the first part of it. Now let's bring up the second story about Justin Jefferson talking about how he misses his boy Sam Darnold. Go ahead, Adelia.
It's definitely tough. It's tough to watch. I love that he's in the Super Bowl. I'm happy for him. I want nothing but the best for him, especially the way his journey was at first. People doubting him and people not giving him the respect. Now they're giving him the respect. Now they're seeing that he's a top-tier quarterback in this league. Of course, so selfishly, I wish he had done that for us last year. But to see him blossom and bounce back right after last year and make it this year, I'm happy for him. And I hope he wins. I'm rooting for Seattle, and I think Seattle's going to win. I'll be rooting for him. That's Justin Jefferson.
Okay. Now, I don't see anything wrong with that statement at all. I took that as his teammate. He's rooting for his ex-teammate. He's rooting for him. He said, "Hey, I wish we could have gotten that far with them last year, but it is what it is. I'm rooting for him." Somehow that twisted into Justin Jefferson hates his team and he wants out, and it's all bad. Okay, and if it's all bad,
yeah.
Listen, man. If you're looking for a trade, look. But me and B said this, and I don't. And again, I don't take anything from that necessarily. I don't take anything from that. But if there is some doubt next year about what this organization, where this organization is going, and it seems to be they fired their GM. I want to talk more about that maybe later tonight or another time. But there's some doubt about the quarterback situation. Their ability to compete moving forward, and that presents opportunity. Justin Jefferson is getting paid a lot of money. He's in his prime right now, and it might be a situation where the Vikings are willing to reset a little bit because they're not in a position to really compete for a Super Bowl.
Yeah.
Right. They have a good young player, if he can stay out of trouble, in Jordan Addison. And they might say, "Hey, we'll take a pick or a couple picks, right? And we'll ship Justin Jefferson off, and then we'll draft another wide receiver." Right. That's possible.
Like they did with Stephen Diggs.
Like they did with Diggs for Justin Jefferson.
Mm-hmm.
Right.
And we did get a super chat here from the great one. Thank you very much. He says,
Salute,
"Can we please address the guards and possible tackle first in free agency?" Shaking my head. The flock attention span is quick. We got to protect 8.
Okay, well, we're getting there. Like, I mean, yes. If we're talking about list of needs, yes, but we can talk about the other things as well, right? We're not saying get rid of everything, forget everything and go straight to this. That's not what we're saying, at least. That's not what we're saying. But we're talking about other possibilities, and this is another possibility.
Right? Plus, adding another weapon, it's kind of indirect protection in that he'll be able to get rid of the ball quicker and not have to hold it and wait for Rashad Bateman to decide he wants to run his route today.
Yeah. Now we're having so I want to have a little fun with this. Okay. Like if we could get both, great. And like the great one said, the priority is the O-line. Mm-hmm. Facts. I'm with you 100% on that. The great ones. I'm with you. But let's have a little fun. If you could only choose one in this scenario, big splash time, big splash. Your GM, EDC, said, I'm looking to make a splash this offseason in free agency. Okay. He has enough money to either go and sign Trey Hendrickson or make a trade for Justin Jefferson to give him that big money. All right. Which one do you guys want to do? Which one are you choosing? Choose wisely. We have trained you well here. Okay. You know the answer. Just out the gate. He already told you. He didn't let me finish. Said, I want Jefferson, and Jefferson. Michael, what's going on? Says, y'all heard the news? John Harbaugh in the file, supposedly he was partying with who at the Super Bowl, and they became friends. They meet through Rashadi. Hey, listen.
I don't know who you mean, Michael.
Michael, he's out of here. We don't need to set him up anymore. He's gone. All right, game too easy says Jefferson. Big Cuz says Jefferson. Jay says Jettas. JJ, no question. Okay, Jettas all day. Hendrickson has had back issues. Okay, JJ. Justin Jefferson. You know what, you guys?
Incredible.
What you know what it is? You know what it is? They just don't like Trey Hendrickson.
It could be that, but I'll say this. I say it's incredible because when we started doing this show, if we had asked this question a couple years ago,
I like this answer too. Both. I like this.
It would have been a lot of Trey Hendrickson in that chat.
Yeah. Yes.
Not
anymore. But B. What if we put Max Crosby? Now I'm gonna ask you this: Max Crosby or Jettas?
The answer is still Justin Jefferson. I
want to see what they say.
But I'm saying if those are the choices, the answer is still Justin Jefferson because Justin Jefferson scores points, right? I know he only had the 2 touchdowns this year, blah blah blah. That was JJ McCarthy. You pair him with Lamar Jackson, and your mediocre edge rushers will have double-digit sacks because the teams you'll be playing will be playing catch up all day, every Sunday.
Defense wins games unless you have Lamar Jackson on offense. Facts. Emma says you raised us right. Nope, we want JJ. Yeah.
Now, for the people saying, it's got to be O-line, absolutely. Mm-hmm. The O-line is the most important thing, but there are no O-linemen available on the level of a Justin Jefferson. There's no O-lineman available on the level of a Max Crosby. Those are special players, and when you have a chance to get a special player, it doesn't matter what position they're in, you go do it. That's not to say that you ignore the O-line at all.
Okay, let me ask y'all this. Let me ask you this. What about Myles Garrett or Justin Jefferson? The answer's still the same. Myles Garrett. Okay?
The answer is Justin Jefferson.
You get Justin Jefferson. Right? I got y'all. You got
a couple of them. Come on, coach. Come on, coach. Myles.
How many wins they had this year?
I can count them on one hand.
He broke the sack record.
And forget about wins overall, because they're a bad team, whatever. He had games where he had 5 sacks that they lost. Like he completely dominated individual games and they lost.
One of them, I think, was against the Patriots, and they got beat down. They didn't just lose; they got beat down. He had 5 sacks. I mean, what are even sacks anymore? If you can't even, you know what I'm saying? You can't even keep the game close. That is tough.
And that's part of it too, right? Because listen, a long time ago, it was much more difficult to play offense, much more difficult to pass the ball, right? If you got sacked, your drive was over. You know, quarterbacks were out here, you know, throwing for 55, 58% on the season, right? And like good quarterbacks. Then, you know, they changed the rules a little bit. You know, they said, no, maybe don't hit so hard. Maybe get your hands off these wide receivers. Maybe mind your business. Keep your hands to yourself, DBs. And now you got guys out here throwing for 70%. So you get a sack, and it's 3rd and 19, and they throw for 24 yards. What did it matter?
Right.
You know? It's much more difficult to play defense. And that's not anything. That's not against Myles Garrett or any of the other players. It's just more difficult now. Now the league is kind of swinging back towards defense, but Myles ain't gonna be around for that. Myles 30.
How many games did Jettas win with the Vikings? A lot.
He's won a lot more than Myles has won with Cleveland. I'll tell you that.
Yeah.
I mean,
yeah. We got 77. We don't need O-line. I'll say this though. I'm not mad at you if you pick Myles Garrett. Myles Garrett, even though the answer, I still support Lamar Jackson, because the answer is supporting Lamar Jackson, right? Myles Garrett doesn't support Lamar Jackson directly. Yes, he can help get the ball back on defense, but he doesn't catch for Lamar. He doesn't block for Lamar, right? However, if we end up trading our first round pick for Myles Garrett instead of Justin Jefferson, this is one of those Debo moments, right? I'm gonna shut up for now, okay? Because it's Myles Garrett. But if we don't make it to the Super Bowl, I'm gonna start talking again. All right. I'm gonna shut up for this. Okay, Myles Garrett. All right, let me just, it's Myles Garrett, man. He probably gonna get 20 sacks over here, in this defense. Like it's gonna be fun to watch. But if we don't get it done, I'm gonna start talking again. You can be hyped for Myles Garrett for sure. And also, hey, listen, that's a possibility too. That's a possibility too. Okay. We got an insider over there. I don't know if you heard, but Todd Monken is over there. He might be like, hey, you know what? I like the sound of 2 first-round picks for Myles Garrett. Because they were already offered 3 first-round picks. Is that what Philly was offering?
The rumor was 4, I thought. Maybe it was 3. I can't remember.
I think it was 3 first-round picks, and they turned it down. Even after a season like this, they're not going to get that same offer again. Okay?
Yeah.
The older a player gets, even after a year like this, the lower the offers are going to be. The lower the value is, so to speak. So they've been thinking about it, especially after this year. If somebody comes and offers them 2 first-round picks, I think it's a done deal.
Yeah, I think so. But they are the Cleveland Browns, so
in-conference trade is diabolical. Well, I mean, it depends on where you're at. If you're both competing for a Super Bowl, if you're both really good, yeah, you probably don't want to do that. But if you're not anywhere near ready to compete, what does it matter?
Yeah,
if I'm the Browns, all right, man, let the Ravens go make the Super Bowl run. We're still trying to figure out when we can get a quarterback. Right. Well, once we get the quarterback, then we can start talking about competing. And by then, Miles will be a little bit older. The Ravens might be a different team by then, but we can't worry about that right now. We got to do what we have to do to actually build this team up so we can compete at some point. Hold on to Myles Garrett until he's past his prime and you still haven't won anything. What have you gained? Todd Monken's a sleeper agent. Yes. Mike Tomlin would never. But Mike McCarthy, maybe. I heard they might be letting go of Patrick Queen. Do we bring him back?
No. I mean, if he wants to come back real cheap, okay. But he's not a thing. He was good in Mike McDonald's defense, and he went to Pittsburgh and he disappeared for 2 years.
Yeah.
So.
All right, we're gonna keep the Ravens talk on. We're gonna bring up the coaching staff update, so to speak. This I got from Ryan from Flock Rundown. Go check him out. I got this. I stole this from his post on Twitter. Okay, appreciate you, Ryan. So this is the update as of today. So obviously Jesse Minter is the head coach. We got Declan Doyle as the offensive coordinator. We have yet to hire a QB coach. It's not going to be T. Martin. They told him today he's not coming back. I know Ronald Curry is getting an interview, or he was asked to be interviewed. I like Ronald Curry. I remember him from his Raiders playing days in North Carolina, where he played everything. Great athlete. We got a running back coach, Eddie Faulkner, coming from the Steelers. Isn't that the one that's coming from the Steelers? Yeah. Okay. No tight ends coach, no wide receiver coach. O-line coach, Dwayne Ledford, who's an assistant O-line coach, Sean Flaherty, both coming from Atlanta, both highly regarded. Love the move. Senior offensive assistant, Joe Lombardi. Also like this move, B, because Declan Doyle is very young, right? Yeah. And he might have a great offensive mind, but you still need an older coach to kind of, command that respect, so to speak, right? And Joe Lombardi is a veteran in this game, solid coach. And I think he's that older coach, that older voice, like, hey, listen up. This is what we're doing, Yeah. So I think that was a very good move right there. On defense, we got Anthony Weaver coming back to the Ravens as a defensive coordinator. He won't be calling the defensive plays, but he will be heavily involved, obviously, in the game plan. And he's also somebody that commands respect in the locker room, because Jesse Minter is also a young coach, right?
Yeah.
And a first-time head coach. So Jesse Minter, obviously, we know what he can do as a defensive coordinator. He'll be calling the plays on defense, and Anthony Weaver will be echoing, will be his voice in that. So I think that's really good. Tyler Santucci was already on the team as the inside linebackers coach. He's coming back. Mike Mickens, DB coach / pass game coordinator. That's the one that came from Notre Dame, right? Yeah. Okay.
And thank you to I can't see who it was in the chat here. Here we go. Blair, the Ravens have just hired the Cardinals quarterback coach, Israel Wolfberg.
Ah, okay.
So,
all right.
Yeah.
I don't know. I don't know anything about him. So,
other than he coached Kyler Murray in Arizona. The most important thing with that position is that they get along with Lamar, have a good relationship with Lamar. So yeah,
Lamar, obviously he puts in his own work, and Lamar will hire his own personal coach as well. So I'm cool with it. Like you said, that Oh,
thank you, Big Cuz.
Appreciate that. Big Cuz gifted 5 lunch break hot take memberships. So congratulations to everybody that got it. Does this show us in here who got it? Yes. Our stream elements back. So baseball lifestyle just got a membership. Rave the Phantom 6 got a membership. Jay got a membership.
Okay.
We got Coach got a membership. Okay. Is that 5? Yeah, I think that's 5. All right. Congratulations, y'all. Congratulations. Thank you, Big Cuz. Really appreciate that. Yes, he says, thank you. I'm a member now. There you go. So because you're a member, you also, all members get access to our overtime show. That happens right after this show. So you just go over to the community tab and community tab, and it should be, because you're a member, you should see the ones for members, and you'll see the link for the overtime show. It'll either be the members tab or the community tab. I can't remember which one, but you should see the link for the overtime show in there. And I'm going to repost the link for the Discord channel. Once you're in, you're in. So even if you don't stay a member, once you're in the Discord, you're in. We don't kick anybody out. All right. Also, patreon.com/LBHT Show. That pin link that you see in the chat box, that's another way that you can be a member and you get access to the Overtime Show. If you know, we have different tiers for the Patreon channel, the Patreon page. $10 tier will get you one of these nice coins here. All right. So consider being a member. You get extra content. All right. Noah's a new member too. Salute, Noah.
Thank you, Noah.
Appreciate you. Okay. All right. So we got a QB coach. Nice. Where are we at? We're at PJ Volker for a safety coach. PJ Volker is coming from
I cannot remember where they snagged him from. I just saw it the other day too.
Yeah, me too. But we're getting him. Miles Taylor. That's the one that was coaching where in Iowa. Like he just went
Navy.
Volker came from Navy, yes. Miles Taylor, that's a new one too, right? That was a surprise because he just went to Iowa, and 2 months later he was like, "Psych, I'm going back."
Yeah.
He coached with Jesse Minter in LA, and he left for Iowa. And Jesse's like, "Do you want to come back?" He's like, "Of course, I want to come back." F these kids, right?
Right. Yeah, that portal's out of control, man. They gotta do something about that.
He said he went there the first day. He's high-fiving his team, and then he came there a week later and they were all gone. And then we got defensive assistant / game management coordinator Charlie Gelman, and then senior special teams coach Randy Brown.
Yeah.
All right. So this is shaping up. I like the moves that they're making. They still have some slots to fill.
Mm-hmm.
So, Nebraska. Thank you, Adelia. I said Iowa. Thank you. Nebraska. This is why we got a producer, man. Okay. We don't out here just putting out fake news. Let's see. Love hearing you guys talk. One of these days, I will make it in the morning streams. Hey, appreciate that. Listen, the morning streams are early. We appreciate everybody that shows up, but don't wake up on our accounts. If you can sleep in. Just watch the replay. A lot of you do that too, and you can you leave comments in the replay.
Mm-hmm.
And we'll respond sometimes. By the time you guys make comments, I'm at work, but I do my best. Okay?
I mean, that's what I do. I watch the replay. I ain't getting up for it.
B gets up, but he don't want to join the stream.
That's
You
not
got
true.
up the other day.
I got no.
You got up the other day.
I woke up because people were for some reason texting me at 6 a.m. And then I saw the Cash App, and I know you didn't have the email up, so I wanted to tell you. So
yeah.
I went right back to sleep.
But once you're up, man, hop on, say what's up, and then go to sleep.
I went right back to sleep.
Yeah. AD, what's going on? Says morning stream is so early. I woke a rooster up to watch it. B says it's too early, but anytime the Monster Inoue fights in Japan, we're up at 5 o'clock streaming.
Yeah, that's the Monster. You want me to miss it?
So you do it for the Monster, but you won't do it for our fans? See how I put him on the spot?
No, see, because the Monster fights are over by 6. I can go back to bed. He don't mess around. He gets in and out.
Yeah, it's like 3 a.m. for pay the bills. Yeah. Wait till you wake up. Watch the replay when you wake up. It's meant to be some quick news. Lately, it's been a lot of Ravens talk. Is the Monster undefeated? Oh yeah. Yes, he is. It's been a lot of Ravens talk, but when we get, when things slow down, there's a lot of stuff going on. And when me and B started this channel, we're a little bit more spread out. We talked a lot of sports. We talked basketball. We did a lot of UFC. We stopped the UFC talk. But boxing, that's how we got the Ring Kings podcast channel, all that stuff. But in the off season, we're still going to be talking Ravens. It's going to be a lot of Ravens, but we're going to sprinkle some other, important news headlines out there. So you guys are well-rounded. That's the goal in the morning and on here too. We talk a lot of this stuff on here too. All right. Great content, but I'm a Panthers fan, so it's kind of missing something.
You ain't no Panthers fan,
man. Hey, listen, if you want some Panthers content in the morning.
That's funny. We're gonna be putting out some Panthers off-season videos. We're gonna be recording those very soon, along with our very own Jay. He's gonna be joining us, and those will be out throughout the off-season, starting this month. But we're gonna be talking a lot of Panthers. You know, yep. as the one team that made the playoffs and has a future.
Okay, all right. You know, talk your trash now.
Hey, you got to.
Carmelo said Crosby. Wait, Carmelo.
Did you hit pause and you just came back?
I'm about to say, like, is he's not gonna see this for like another 20 minutes. Anyway, for Shakur, they're in different weight classes.
In a way, he's got well, it's not set yet, but they're looking to make a super fight with Nakatani. That's going to be a huge fight. I mean, it's going to be in Japan, and it'll likely be on Tuesday at 4 in the morning. But if that gets signed, make sure you are there to see it.
Yeah. Go to bed early.
Yeah.
Coach says, shots fired. We will see y'all this season. That's right. Okay. That's right. We will see them this season.
Yeah. We got to go down there for the game.
We can go. Let's hit up Rashad and Dave. Say, hey, Rashad and Dave, we need a place to stay, man. Okay. Holla at us. Aaron Duncan from Unnecessary Bluntness. We coming through. We're gonna hit y'all up. Wrong answer and late submission. All right. Michael says Lamar's getting the 3rd MVP with a new OC.
Yeah, y'all signed Trey Hendrickson.
That's how this fan base be. Get Max Crosby. We need edge rushing. Lamar, you gotta go get that 3rd MVP. And Lamar, this is all on you. Come on, Lamar.
I'll say that if we go, he'll go. Okay.
All right. We'll coordinate. Did we hear about Tank Davis's newest legal issues? Yes. Yes, we heard about it. All right, you guys will do a Ring Kings episode. Just be on the lookout for that. We got to talk some stuff here. So the Tank Davis stuff is weird, you know. But he puts himself in these situations, whether he did it or not. He puts himself in these situations. It's just hard for me to feel bad for him, you know. But all right, Ring Kings podcast. Go subscribe over there, and I'll wake up OTR Mike, and we'll get an episode out to y'all. RIP Tank's career. Listen, baseball lifestyle. There are fighters that have done worse.
Yeah, it's about whether or not he wants to come back, and I question that. I think he was probably close to wanting to quit anyway.
That's fair.
That's why he was looking to take that Jake Paul fight, you know, cash out. If he wants to come back, like if he wants it, he'll be back. He's still young.
Yeah. Fair point. Try and get you guys want to talk boxing now? Okay, all right. Attitude Pop, there's the man. Says y'all heard Derek wants AJ here and said we gotta get Likely back.
That's cool, but he ain't the GM.
Yeah, right. That you know, I'm glad he voiced his opinion and noted. Hey, I want AJ here too, and I want Likely back too. Okay, just for the record, if they can do that, cool. Stretch wants to know who's your top guard in free agency: Edwards, Vera Tucker, Zeitler. I don't know. Do we got to pull up the list here? I know that one guard from we've been talking a lot about that guards from Cleveland because like all 5 of them are free agents. You know, D'Antonio, I know he's a free agent. I know he's been considered like a pretty good guard in the league. He's a little bit older, but you know.
This is what we always talk about. Like really good old linemen usually don't hit free agency.
No,
it's just kind of the way that it is because there's not enough of them to go around already. No. So teams aren't looking to lose them in free agency.
Yeah.
And it's about says he's talking directly to EDC. Yeah, man. Like, but that doesn't mean it's going to happen. Like Lamar told him he wanted them to go out and get Odell and DeAndre Hopkins. They said, nah, you got Odell.
It's not. I'm glad that they have that open dialogue and players are expressing who they would like to see on their team. And if the GM takes that into consideration, even a little bit, right? Because like the players aren't decision makers. But if they are listening to the players, they take that into consideration. That's a good thing, right? But they can't be the full decision makers because players will get it wrong too, right? Mm-hmm. But if they're making note of that and say, hey, they really feel strong about this player, they might know each other, they might feel like there'll be some good chemistry there. That factors into their decision making. Chargers City, what's going on? Salute says blessings forever. Beautiful God loves y'all forever. Tell everyone to know, okay, Jesus loves us. All right. Thank you, Charger City.
Thank you, Charger.
Thank you for the blessing. Who else we got in here? Okay. Somebody doesn't like you in here. He says you you all have something negative to say. My goodness. You mean always? Okay. Well, listen, man. Let's not let's lighten your burden here. There we go. Since you don't like my brother, you came to you came down the wrong street. Okay. There's some other channels that might suit your needs a little bit more. Okay.
There's something else negative to say. You suck as a viewer.
Kelvin says we want Pickens, but EDC will give us Alec Pierce.
Hey, don't be talking bad about Alec Pierce. Can play, man. Alec Pierce is good. Alec Pierce will shine in Baltimore.
He's more productive than Bateman right now.
Oh, a hell of a lot more productive than Bateman.
More productive than Bateman. And we got a super chat. That's what I'm talking about. Amp, appreciate you. Says I watch Browns games and that O-line is terrible. Well, they were hurt. Two or three of them were hurt, right? But Tonio got hurt. I think a tackle got hurt. They had some injuries. They did have some injuries. But Batonio in general is a pretty good guard. And listen, like we're not trying to get the whole O-line. We're just trying to get one good guard, right? And a lot. Look, somebody pointed out Vera Tucker. Like there's a bunch of guys out there, and we're not going to get the top guard in free agency, right? Well, we're not going to get the top guard in the league in free agency. Like we said, those guys don't usually become available. We need a step up from what we have now. And we can definitely do that in free agency. All right. And also, if we don't want to try to replace both of them or if we feel like Jones will be a replacement, we still need to have somebody come in here that Jones can beat out for that job. We're not handing out jobs anymore. Right.
Yeah. I would say probably Elijah Vera Tucker. Maybe. And who you should also keep an eye out for, assuming he doesn't come back, is Brady Christensen, who is one of the priority backups in Carolina. Thought we were going to lose him last season. He didn't really get much interest, so they brought him back pretty cheap. He's hitting free agency again. I don't think he'll be back, but he would be a big upgrade for either one of your guard spots.
Well, another person I had mentioned before, Zion Johnson. He is a free agent from the Chargers, former first-round pick. And, every coach, when they go to a new team, they're going to poach some of their players. So if the Chargers don't bring him back, that could be somebody that a mentor brings over here.
Yeah.
MDT Sports, salute. What's going on? Thanks for coming through.
Easy. Forgetting we're brothers. Who was born first? That would be Jose.
Yeah. I'm the older brother. B's the baby. There's four of us. Okay, there's four of us, and B's the baby.
I don't know if you need a phrase like that, but that's cool.
Well, they will call our brothers will call us the babies, right? We're the baby brothers. I don't trust EDC to do the right thing, only the wrong thing. Hey, he earned it. Yeah, baby B. Yep.
All right.
He earned that distrust, but just know that he's under watch right now. Okay, and maybe he can do it, maybe he can't, but he's not doing the lazy GM stuff anymore. He's actually going to
gonna turn up. He's gonna take them 5 4th-round picks, trade into the late 3rd.
That's what I'm really waiting. That's going to tell me everything I need to know about his level of comfort, right? How many picks does he actually use in this draft?
Well, and look, we're talking about the O-line. The reality is where they should be looking for the O-line is at 14 because they have a chance to get a great prospect there, and there aren't great players in free agency. Like you go and you sign guys in free agency that you know can play for sure, just in case. But they should be looking for whoever they drafted 14 to be one of their starting O-linemen next year. Because they're cheap and they're better, in theory, better than the players that you're going to get in free agency.
Yeah, and it seemed like a pretty good class. I know Coach Chris just joking, and I got Mike from the Deep Cover podcast. They just reviewed a bunch of O-linemen last week. It was last week, right, Coach? Go back and take a look at that. There's a lot of quality O-line linemen in this draft, so that might be the route to go as well, especially when we got a really good offensive line, two good offensive line coaches. You know, get somebody right out of college and you give them all the – and yesterday, okay, I got to go back and look. You know, you give them all the right tools right out the gate, and we could create something special with this O-line. That's what I hope. Let's see. Who was the hothead between y'all? We weren't hotheads.
Not either. You need to talk to the older ones.
Well,
allegedly a kitchen knife was thrown from one towards the other.
Well, that did happen.
It didn't land. But you know, they weren't concerned for the future of their siblings.
No, there's a lot of stories. There's a lot of stories. All right. This draft class is weak as a whole. I don't think as a whole, like all the positions. I don't think this is a weak class.
I would disagree.
Yeah. But we'll see. The Miami guard that coach was looking at seems solid.
O-line. So I think it's good on both lines. It's good at linebacker. It sucks at quarterback for sure.
Yeah. I don't think this is a weak class. Depending on what you need. I see a couple wide receivers that look pretty good that I wouldn't mind picking up over here. EDC will fumble the draft bag as usual. All right. Again, we're not going to defend EDC over here. We're not going to do that. All right. We got some more stories to talk about, man. You guys rambling here for over an hour. All right. Look, the fun is just beginning over here. 184 people in here. Hit that like button. If you're new in here, go ahead and hit that subscribe button. Also, don't be afraid to hit that link in the chat box. I'll take you to our Patreon. I know you got $5 in your pocket. I know you do. Go sign up, right? We got an overtime show that happens right after this show. We got a lot of things to discuss, okay? So go sign up, be a member, and thank us later.
Yeah. Osman said, "What kind of knife? A butter knife or a dagger?" I'll say a kind that's stuck in the wall when he missed.
It was no. It was a steak knife. Yeah, because he was washing dishes and the other one was teasing him. Yeah. Jordan Tyson, wide receiver, is a good one. Yep. What's the guy's name? Lemon from Makai Lemon. Yeah. There's a couple of them. The EDC, I think EDC will cook now that his boy is gone. He went caliber with getting Minter. Yeah. I think there's a sense of urgency. Like anybody, sometimes you need that, you got a lot of fire under them sometimes, right? He's doing things for his friend. I think their friendship kind of dampened his decision making. I think he deferred to Harbaugh a lot, right? He's getting guys that he thinks, one, Harbaugh likes, and two, Harbaugh's going to play, right? So that was part of it. But now Harbaugh's not there. You don't have that same type of friendship with Minter, even if you like him, right? So there's that level of professionalism that's brought to the table, and you both understand there's a job to do here, right? Your boss has put you on notice. Get the job done. So listen, not saying that EDC, I call him lazy. I do. I call him lazy. That's just how it looks from the outside looking in. I don't think he's a lazy person in general, but this definitely gives him a sense of urgency that he did not have before.
Yeah.
All right. Now, he still may not be good at his job, but this is where we're really going to find out what he can and can't do. And I think going into the draft, I feel like he's not going to make all 20 of those picks. I feel like he's going to bundle up some of those
he
picks.
better not. But, but again, what we've talked about for the last couple of years, the Ravens have a lot of free agents. A lot of free agents and not a lot of guys who need to come back, right?
Yes.
And so they might look at that and say, you know what? We don't have a ton of cap room right now until we get this deal with Lamar done. Maybe you do a couple of the restructures. Maybe you cut some people. But, they might look at it and say, hey, we need all these picks to fill these slots because we're not going to keep paying all these veterans who have not been performing.
Yeah. So,
but
all right. Okay. All right. Oh, Big Reg, what's going on? I ain't even see you in here. He says, I can no longer allow the disrespect of EDC, although I will continue to stand by and do nothing like he does with the team until proven otherwise.
Wow. Wow.
When you guys are done, you are so done with people. You are so done with them. Tactical precision, what's going on? Bishadi has EDC in one of those witch brew pots under fire, just stirring.
You got him in the cauldron?
Okay, all right. Court of public opinion?
Sure.
All right, let's bring this up, Adelia. All right, you guys remember DK Metcalf snatched a fan's wig off, literally. Well, this man is now suing for damages.
This is from Ari Myrov, Lions fan Ryan Kennedy, which is funny because he's saying that you got this rep as a racist. This is the first time I've heard his name. Right. Lions fan Ryan Kennedy has filed $100 million lawsuit against Steelers wide receiver DK Metcalf and the media company tied to Chad Johnson and Shannon Sharpe, alleging defamation, negligence, and more. Kennedy says he was falsely branded a racist in national media following a December 21st altercation with Metcalf at Ford Field, accusations he vehemently denies. His attorney says no audio or video evidence supports claims that racial slurs were used. Not that he didn't say, you didn't catch me. And alleges the narrative spread widely across major media outlets, causing severe personal and professional harm. Kennedy is also suing Metcalf for assault and battery and the Steelers for their alleged liability in the incident. He is seeking damages and court-ordered public retractions to clear his name. First off, I don't care how this court case goes. You're not clearing your name. That's just not a thing that happens. Right. People have made up their mind about who you are, right or wrong. So that's going to do nothing. Second, filing $100 million lawsuit and alleging assault and battery against someone who we all saw just kind of gently shove you makes you look like maybe everything they said about you is right. It doesn't make you look good.
Yeah, I mean, listen, he did grab him and he shoved them. And yes, he could sue for that, and maybe he gets a little settlement from that, maybe. Mm-hmm. The other things, he's just trying to see if they're willing to settle without spending money on court fees and all that stuff, right? He's trying to call their bluff a little bit. Talking about with Shannon Sharpe and Chad Johnson. Mm-hmm. Problem is this: he picked the two worst people to do that with. The
two pettiest people in the world in different ways.
Yeah, I mean, Shannon, he's already shown you he will literally throw it all away. He's not going to settle anything with you ever, right? Because the thought is, okay, you're suing for $100 million. Obviously, I'm not going to get $100 million, but I'll take 20. right? That's what they'll say when behind closed. He'll take 20 million, or he'll take how much you gonna spend on lawyers and court fees? 5 million. I'll take 4 million. I'll take $4 million, right?
And their response would be, well, you're not going to win, and when you lose, you're going to be paying our court fees. So
even if that wasn't the case, they would say we'll pay the extra $1 million just to give you nothing. Yeah. Like that's the level of pettiness that you're dealing with those two, right? So he's not going to get anything there. That part of the case will get dropped immediately, right? Now DK Metcalf. The thing is this: he filed a complaint against this man last year. Yeah. So I'm curious to see, and this is where he probably didn't think this through. What was in that complaint last year? Right? Because if he made these claims last year, like, hey, this dude was saying racist stuff, and from what I understand, there were people that corroborated DK Metcalf's story. Right. So
yeah, that was the thing that I was confused about, because he said, yeah, there's no video or audio recordings of him saying it, but I thought that I had heard at the time that there were people who came forward and said, no, I heard what he said. And if that's the case, this is going nowhere. Right.
And then you just put your name out there, so now everybody knows it, and you're gonna get exposed even more. And then, of course, the internet's gonna do what the internet does. They're gonna look through all your old tweets. They're gonna because this is what racist trolls do, right? It's not a one-time thing. It's repeated. He can't scrub his stuff fast enough, and I'll tell
you what. People of a certain persuasion, and I'm not saying what persuasion that is, but of a certain persuasion, we had one of them on our show last year. They seem really, really shocked when people just scroll through their timeline. They're like, I didn't know you could do that.
I mean, yes. No
matter how many times it happens, they remain just baffled that you found out what they like on social media.
That was crazy, right? Because he was just like, you keep calling me mega. I'm like, well, that's what you are. Like, these tweets came from this wasn't even your private page. This was your official page.
That was Bobby Baltimore, Mr. I don't get into politics, was tweeting that stuff.
I don't get into politics unless, other than the MAGA stuff that I keep retweeting.
And listen,
it wasn't like a one. He tried to say, oh, well, the president was just, he put something on there. You retweeted a bunch of right wingers, not just the president.
Not to even get down on Bobby too much, right? But like, I just, I don't know, man. Like when you say you're putting out misinformation by calling me MAGA, and then you say, I'm not going to tell you if I'm MAGA or not. Well, you answered the question, didn't you? If it's misinformation that you're MAGA, that means that you're not, but you're not going to say that you're not? What sense does that make?
Right. I don't want to talk about this. Can you take that off the screen, please?
Whatever. That's neither here nor there. But this guy, this guy's gonna have, hopefully he doesn't have anything in his timeline or and all that. But we're gonna find out.
Hold on. Nightmare. Don't tell me you're 20 minutes behind too. Don't tell me you hit pause on the video and you have it. You gotta hit the live button. Wow. Yes, we're related. We're brothers.
Wow,
we're brothers. I see a lot of these comments a lot.
Yeah,
I see that happen a lot. We don't like either one of them. Okay, so DK not guilty. All right, not guilty. There may be, because the assault thing might stick.
I'm gonna say he is guilty. Okay, but not of what he's being accused of. He's gonna get some reduced charges, and you got to pay out. It's
all good, man. It's all good.
You gotta pay this dude. You got to pay him $50K. Because you went over and you did assault him. As mild as it was, you went over there, you grabbed him, you pushed him. Okay, write him a little check and make it go away. 100 million, no, 50K, and we're done.
Or hey, we take this to court, and I'm gonna look through your whole timeline. We're gonna find any little thing that you might have said that might have been racist. We're gonna find the witnesses that were there when you said something racist, and look. You might get some money out of me, but like we're gonna put you on blast. Do you want that, or do you want to just go away? Because he did troll, like he was trolling them, right?
And generally in these situations, you could just go over there and be like, "I'll sign a jersey for you and take some pictures," and that's all the fan really wants.
Yeah, but I wouldn't do that either if he said the things that allegedly be said, right? Like I'm not giving you anything. Like you were just out there being a jerk, and I'm not going to pay you unless the court orders me to pay you, but also I'm gonna make sure you're banned from the stadium, because that's the other part too, right? Like I don't think he's been banned yet, but when this is all said and done, I'm gonna make sure they ban you, and you might be banned from other stadiums as well.
From at least 2.
Yes, yeah. So, will Nikki be talked about the overtime show, the Epstein stuff? Could we talk about? We are going to talk about the Epstein stuff in relation to the Giants owner, Steve Tisch. All right, he was in the files, and we're going to talk about that on the overtime show. All right. If you want to bring up Nicki Minaj attitude pop, you can bring up Nicki Minaj. We can discuss that. The overtime show is for you guys. So if there's a topic you want to bring it up, and we'll discuss it. If we have time, sometimes we get deep into these discussions. We're also going to talk about an NBA player, a current NBA player, who said, not feeling this. I want to go back to college. Send me back, please. Is he going to be allowed to do that? We'll see. Patreon.com/LBHT Show is where you can find the overtime show. That pin link that you see in the chat box will take you there. All right. Y'all see that man get his wig pushed back, literally. Yes. I meant to bring it up on the morning show, but we talked too much about the Ravens, and you're talking about Jarrell Big Baby Miller, right? That was hilarious, and I didn't clip it, but he was on Cam and Mace's show. It is what it is, and he was talking about it, and that was hilarious. It's a hilarious story. Big Baby Miller is a funny dude. Like he knows how to laugh at himself. Yeah. Right. But yes, that was a good story.
The crowd had people posing with it and everything.
Yeah. he said he got hit. He said he was getting his ass whooped and he got hit. He said, I felt a little breeze, but I thought, no, it's still on there. I'm good. Right. And he said we got to the quarter, his trainer was like was yelling at him, but like he's like, my trainer doesn't stutter. And he just kept on stuttering. And I was like, hold up. And I look up at the big screen and I hear everybody reacting to it. And I see it's like, oh no, it's coming off. He said, I can't lose my head and get whooped. I can't. He said both can't happen. Let's see. Tank would beat the brakes off of Haney and Shakur. I think so. Well,
I think he would knock out Haney. Shakur is a different story.
I think he knocked out both. To be honest, I don't think Shakur has anything to like, because Tank isn't just a walk you down fighter. He's a boxer. Yeah, right. Like he gets that label because of his knockout rate.
When Shakur was younger, I think Tank would have beat him. Shakur is he's one of the most talented fighters out there now. Period.
I think Shakur's always been one of the most talented fighters out there.
Yeah, he was younger. He didn't have the experience and all that. He's better now.
100%. Yeah.
And he's one of the best defensive fighters in quite a while.
I think
that not to say for sure that he would lose, but I would say he would knock out Devin Haney. It would go the distance with Shakur, and I think Shakur would probably get a decision.
Okay. Yeah, I think he just knocked out Shakur, to be honest. I think if Tank was fighting Teofimo, he'd have put Teofimo to sleep. Right? Teofimo. Okay, Ring Kings podcast. Go subscribe over there. I'm gonna go on the whole rant. I have no love for Teofimo. I used to like him, and
until you found out he didn't like you.
Right. His dad is just like I can't even understand what he's saying half the time. And I told you this about his dad a long time ago, B, that I was like, I don't like what he be telling him in the corner.
Oh, he's terrible in the corner. During this this past fight, bro, what happened to your power?
You gotta hit him.
You're gonna hate yourself. What? How about tell me what to do next round, old man? Like, it's still going on. This is still happening. I'm getting my ass kicked right now.
Shout out to Ass for the super chat. Says Brian Norman Jr. beat the brakes off a Tank in sparring. No, he didn't. Show me that tape. Just like Devin Haney beat the brakes off a Tank until we saw the tape. No, I don't buy it. And I like Brian Norman, but I told B before that fight too, I didn't think he was going to beat Haney. Brian Norman has some holes in his game. He can fix them. He can still fix them, but I knew when Haney accepted that fight, I was like, yeah, he ain't gonna win this one. E, what's good? Thanks for coming through, man. Good to see you.
What's up, E?
Osman, what's going on? Says Tank will figure Shakur out and put him to sleep. That's what I think will happen.
I'm not sure there is any figuring him out, But I mean, I would love to see it, but
because I don't think Shakur has that kind of power to keep Tank off of him. Like we just saw him fight Lamont Roach. That was a good fight. Lamont Roach can take a punch, right? Mm-hmm. And he'll stand in the pocket with you when he needs to, right? Shakur can't do that.
I disagree. Teofimo's face disagrees with his lack of power. Teo's face was painted after that fight with Shakur's power. I'm
not saying he's weak. I'm saying he don't have the same.
Yeah, but he doesn't need to stand in the pocket with you the whole time. Like he can, he's skilled enough to do it, but he wouldn't need to if Gervonta was landing. He did that with Teofimo because Teofimo's power did not travel. I think he left his power behind.
He likes to keep his distance. I think Tank knows how to close the distance, right? He could force him to make it that kind of fight if he wanted to. It's going to be a good fight. I'm not trying to downplay Shakur, but I still like Tank if Tank gets his head right. There's a lot of caveats going on with Tank right now, right? Before I feel confident in him being that guy again. But the Tank I remember, yes. All right. Was that it? We got submitted questions. Oh no, we gotta do Super Bowl. We didn't talk Super Bowl.
Seahawks win.
Oh wow, just like that, huh?
Just like that.
Okay. No breakdown or anything like that.
That's the Patriots. All right. They can't block. Drake May can't perform in the big time yet. He's still very young, obviously. And they don't have the guys to beat the Seahawks defense. They have one guy that could do it potentially in Travion Henderson that can make big plays for him. They don't give him the ball. Stephon Diggs is still a good receiver. He's not a great receiver anymore. Keyshawn Boutte, he's fine. But these aren't the guys that are going to scare Seattle and keep them off of Drake May. I think he's going to be under pressure all day. I think he's going to get sacked multiple times. I think he's going to turn it over once or twice. And I think the Seahawks are going to cruise.
Cruise. Wow. I think Patriots defense keeps it closer, right? We're looking at their last games. The Rams were probably like the worst defense out of the 4 teams left, right? They're about, I think they're ranked like middle of the pack altogether, but they still, they have a dominant D line, but the Patriots, man, they get after it and they know how to force turnovers, and yes, Sam Darnold seemed to have overcome his fear of ghosts, but he has one more hurdle left, and we'll see if the Patriots can rattle him. They got 2 weeks of game plan for it. I like the Seahawks. I do, because listen, Drake May got nothing for that Seahawks defense. I'm sorry, no. There is nothing. Like they just played. Devontae Adams, Puka Nacua, the 2 running backs, Corum and Williams, Kyron Williams. They gave him every look that you could possibly give them on offense, and they still came out on top. The Patriots got nothing for that, but defensively they can keep it a little bit closer. I don't think it's going to be a blowout, but I do think the Seahawks win.
I'll tell you what, I think it will be. If they had played a competent offense, they would have lost all 3 of the games they've played up until now. The Chargers, their O-line's hurt. and they got Greg Roman running that offense. And he said, "Just run, Justin." And we saw how that turned out. You know, CJ Stroud was CJ Stroud. I was going to tell you we should talk about this. He's already cut off the braids, right?
I saw it.
Yeah, he growing up. And then Denver, obviously, you know, it was the snowstorm and Jared Stidham, and they couldn't do it. But the Patriots couldn't score either. They couldn't move. You know, they are not built for this. This reminds me on the Patriots side of that year when the Suns and the Bucks got to the finals in the NBA, because every single team they played on both sides had their stars get hurt. You know, and it wasn't that they were the two best teams. It was that they were healthy enough through the playoffs, and the other teams just weren't. And they got to the finals, and then Chris Paul, you know, he dragged them down after that 2-0 lead. He said, "Nah, son, I can't be leaving here with a ring." And then they lost 4 straight. I feel like that's kind of how New England got to the Super Bowl. It's like, you know, not to take anything away from them. Obviously, they went out there, they won their games, but they didn't have a very tough road, we'll say, just like in the regular season.
Okay. All right. So we're both picking the Seahawks. Who do y'all got? Put it in the chat. And then we're gonna do questions from subscribers. I think we have 1, maybe 2 questions. And then we'll get up out of here.
So questions. One, not really a question. This is from Praveen. He was awaiting our response to the Jesse Minter press conference, which we talked about. And then we have a question from Shug saying, what will be Anthony Davis's legacy in the NBA? If you don't know, Anthony Davis was just shipped off to Washington for a couple players. Him, D'Angelo Russell, and Hardy, I think maybe one other player.
And 2 first-round picks.
A couple first-round picks, and I think 3 second-round picks sent off to Washington, who in theory has a really good team now because they got Trey Young and Anthony Davis to go with those young guys.
I forgot they got Trey Young.
Yeah, you know why? Because they don't play. They traded for both of those guys because they're hurt and they're trying to tank. His legacy in the NBA is going to be sad, but it's going to be a guy who didn't live up to his potential, even though he was one of the best players in the league for a very long time, even though he won a championship, is going to be soft, didn't live up to his legacy. And I don't think either of those things are true.
No, I agree with B. He's an all-time great player.
Yeah. From
college all the way through his NBA career. He has a ring, right? But he has gotten hurt a lot. And unfortunate for him, like the ways he's gotten hurt.
The way he reacts to getting hurt.
Yeah, it's unfortunate. But his career isn't done yet, right? Like B said, they traded for 2 guys that are hurt. And listen, if they say shut it down for this year, we got something cooking for next year. The first round picks that they traded, was one of them for this coming draft, or I'm guessing future?
No, I think they were future picks.
So if they're looking to get somebody in this draft class to pair with these guys, they could come out next year out of nowhere and really compete. And if they're 100%, you know, that could be a good team. You know, you can get one of those. There's been 3 iterations of the Wizards where they've been fun to watch. Yeah. You had the Wall and Beal era, you had the Gilbert Arenas era, and then you had the Chris Webber. They were still the Bullets then. I think they were transitioning to the Wizards. Yeah. You know, you had Webber and Juwan Howard. Okay, this could be the 4th time that the Wizards were fun to watch. So it's not over yet, but yes, he has to start staying a little bit healthier moving forward. I mean, he's always going to have that, you know, stuck on him because, you know, he's missed a lot of games. He's been hurt a lot, but his legacy is one of the all-time greats, in my opinion. Yeah. All right. Was that it? I saw another question in here. I'll read it if I could find it. By the way, 150 people in here, hit that like button. If you're new, go ahead and hit that subscribe button. Attitude Pop says, do y'all think Minter can win the Super Bowl in his first year? Yeah, I think he can.
Anybody can. Anybody can. But I think it's and we've talked about this before. I think it's unlikely for Baltimore because they have so much change going on. Entire new coaching staff. You're gonna have a lot of turnover on both sides of the ball.
Yes.
Hopefully. Hopefully you're going to have a couple of new starters on the O-line, new starter on the D-line, and then, so I think it's just going to be difficult. And I think you'll see several of these AFC teams bounce back from what they were this year. It was a pretty down year in the AFC, so I would be shocked if they won it in its first year.
Yeah.
But year 2, maybe. Shug says he feels like Anthony Davis and OTR Mike have the same legacy. Both of the GOAT, but you never see them. Thank you, Shug.
I will pass that message on to Mikey, okay? B got me scared now. I was hopeful. No, hey, listen. If it means sacrificing next year and win it the year after, you can live with that. We're not going to be bums next year, right? But if we don't win it all next year, that's okay.
Wow.
All right. Now OTR might catch strays. I know that's Shug. He's disrespectful.
I mean, He was just on the other day.
He was on the overtime show. He was on the overtime show. That's why you guys sign up. Patreon.com/LBHT Show. That's how you do it. All right. Or become a member. The 2020 Lakers is one of the greatest teams this decade, and I'm upset that 2K won't put them in the game to play online with. Okay.
I mean, you could. It's not that long ago. You could probably still get a copy of it. just play. Yeah.
All right.
Mike is funny though. He was literally like pulling up to his house. I'm going inside. I'm gonna be right back, and he was gone.
Yeah, he went right to bed. True. Yes, a lot of our new subscribers don't know who OTR Mike is.
Yeah.
So there used to be a podcast called Off the Record. That's what the OTR stands for. And it was a lot of my friends, OTR Mike, OTR Brandon, OTR Quan, and Alex. Right? They made up Off the Record, and they're still out there. You can go look them up on YouTube or wherever you listen to podcasts, and just talked a lot of like life stuff, fatherhood, just things that are going on in your neighborhood, stuff like that. And then OTR Mike decided to do the boxing podcast with me and B, Ring Kings podcast. That channel's still there. Check it out. We got videos over there. And then he started his own thing, Open Mic with OTR Mike. You can see that as well. All that's in if you look at our homepage, you can find the links to all that stuff. If you scroll down, you'll see the channels right there. But yes, real cool brother. That's our friend in real life. That's one of my best friends, right? And we've been talking. He's thinking about dipping his toe back into the podcast game. So we'll see. All right.
As Bob says, I mean, the Patriots are in the Super Bowl in Vrabel's first year, and them changing the roster. Yeah, but like we said, if they had played even one decent offense, they would not have made it. That's why I compared it to the Bucks and the Suns making it. Everything broke right for them, and that's possible. That's
what we said. It's possible, right?
Right.
Like, yeah.
But I wouldn't count on that happening 2 years in a row. That's what I'm saying. I think the AFC is going to bounce back. I think you're going to see a much better Chiefs team. You're going to see a much better Chargers team. They're going to have both their starting tackles, hopefully, because both those guys are out for the season, right? You're going to see, potentially even the Colts bounce back. You remember they were 8-1 before Daniel Jones went down. They were the top team in the league, right? Hopefully not hopefully. No, screw them. Screw Bills fans. But they should probably bounce back next year as well.
So I give us obviously a better chance than the Patriots, right? Because we have a much better quarterback than the Patriots do, right? And depending on the moves that we have they have a good running game, but we have a better running back. We have some pieces there. It depends on what pieces they add this offseason. But like B said, there's a lot of moving parts, and I think I get used to playing together. Also, but 17 games is a long season.
Vrabel is also not a first-time head coach. True.
Yeah, absolutely. I
mean, he's been to the playoffs before as a head coach.
I think. Right. Correct. It could happen because of the talent that we have.
Mm-hmm.
But that's still a tall task in the first year.
It's a tall task in any year, honestly, right? Yeah. But especially, him kind of learning how to be a head coach, a lot of roster turnover and all that. Like it's just a difficult ask. And you're saying to win the Super Bowl, not just get there. There's a lot of really good teams in the NFC. So.
Yeah. Do you think Mahomes comes back the same? Yes, I think he comes back and throws for 50 touchdowns again. And we just said it was a tall task for any year, not for the Chiefs.
I think he's going to come back better than he was this past year. He's going to come back looking closer to the old Mahomes because I think they're going to really kind of get the offense right. They've been taking those shots in the draft, hasn't really worked out for him. Like Rashee Rice works out, but he's absent. They're going to go out, I think, and get a real running back, an every down back. I think they're going to get the pass game working again. Pat Mahomes is going to get back to being Pat Mahomes, and the Chiefs will be back.
Like, while we're sitting here saying, what should we get for Lamar Jackson? AJ Brown, Pickens, Justin Jefferson, or we got Tez Walker at home. Whatever you're saying, the Chiefs are actually going to go out and get one of those guys.
Right.
I thought they were going to do it this last year, but I think they're just waiting to see what they had in some of these guys. But I think this year they will go out and get George Pickens. And then we'll be saying, "Oh my God, why we let them go and get that guy?"
Yeah, I think they felt good about Rashee Rice, Xavier Worthy, Hollywood Brown, and Juju, right? Like it's not a bad receiving core. It's not great, but it's not bad. And then they got out on the field and they're like, "Oh, it is kind of bad."
And also, Eric Bieniemy makes a difference.
He does, and also too. Look, love Travis Kelce. Time to go.
Yeah,
and not having him out there, I think, is going to be a positive for them because he was not anywhere near the same guy. And if you're trying to build the offense around him still, and he's not that guy, it's going to be much more difficult.
Yeah. All right, we'll end it there. All right, hour and a half. Great talk. If you want to hang out some more, come hang out with us on an overtime show. Patreon.com/LBHT Show is how you do that. You guys like the visual stuff. Let's give you a little visual here. Boom. There you go. Right below B. Patreon.com/LBHT Show. Also, that $ LBHT Show is for our Cash App. All right. That's our preferred method if you're going to make large donations, because YouTube takes 30% of all super chats. All right. I know that's a disclaimer that they don't put out there for you guys. So when you're like, hey, I want to give you guys $50. Well, they just took 15 of it. All right.
Yeah.
But if you want to make sure we get all of it, that's how you do it. But patreon.com/LBHT Show, that's where you can find us next. Also, LBHTShow.com. If you like what we're wearing, you want the Fells Point Mafia, your boy Bobby approves. Okay.
That's right.
He approves of it. You want some Fells Point Mafia? You want a hoodie or a beanie like that? All that is on the website. Also, sign up for the newsletter. Listen, the newsletter, it was on hold for a minute, but it's coming back soon. All right, it's coming back soon. Sign up. It's free. It's free. Just put your email address in there and just wait patiently. Okay. Ferris, what's going on? He said they thought Tom Braid won with Kimbo Tompkins. Oh, yeah. And Julia Edelman and Chris Hogan. Surely our legend QB can win with Rashee, Hollywood, and Juju. Yeah.
The difference is they had Gronk.
They had Gronk. Yeah. That was a difference maker for sure. And they had a good defense. All right. We are out of here. B, are you ready?
I am ready.
Adelia, are you ready? She is giving the thumbs up. Thank you all. There's still over 100 people in here, B. We appreciate that. Even when we went to the boxing talk, I like that. All right. Listen. Patreon.com/LBHT Show. Patreon members, get ready. The overtime show is starting right now. New channel members as well. Go over to the community tab. It's either the community tab or the members tab. You should see the link for the overtime show. Go ahead and click that and join the conversation. Everybody else, have a great night, and we will see you next time. Peace.